Finally, it arrived! The new DSP Quad Cortex. This Friday, finally, I got my new DSP Quad Cortex. And yeah, it took quite a long time. I don't know why, but I ordered it in November 2020, I think. And yeah, when I got it, it was May 7th, 2021. So yeah, a couple of times the delivery was delayed. I don't know why, but yeah, finally there it is, and I played around with it, and I have to admit I don't know the details how to use it, because I'm familiar with mostly the fractal audio products, and the Quad Cortex is quite another concept. So today I will show you my first sound and talk about my first impressions when getting started that unit. I bought this because I purchased the newer DSP Pliny Archetype plugin, and I was really yeah, surprised by the sound and the quality. To me it felt very natural when playing, and the sound was also, I would say, the amp wise it was on the same level like the XFX3. The XFX3 is until now my yeah, my favorite modeling unit. I own the Camper and also XFX2 and XFX1. But yeah, the XFX3 sounds really good, is easy to use, at least for me, because I grew up with the fractal audio products. And yeah, but the Pliny plugin suddenly was there, and it sounded kick-ass out of the box. Also the effects were quite good. There are not a lot of effects in the Pliny plugin, but my bread and butter effects like ping pong delay and a little bit of a boost in front of the amp. Equalizer, although I didn't use an additional equalizer, to be honest, because yeah, Pliny plugin sounded kick-ass out of the box. So I thought maybe if they managed to recreate this sound quality with a hardware unit, because I prefer hardware units over software plugins, yeah, then maybe I should get the newer DSP Quad Cortex. And there it is. So this is my first sound. By the way, I'm playing a Harley Benton Fusion guitar, HSH model, everything stock, Roswell humbuckers, 5-way switch, and yeah. With this you can split the humbuckers, ebony fretboard, Wilkins bridge, locking tuners. Check out my other videos if you are interested in these guitars, they're great. Especially compared to the price, but also if you don't consider the price, they're also great. Like them very much. So this is the splitted bridge humbucker. This is the full humbucker. This was the neck humbucker, by the way. I'm always switching between the bridge and neck humbucker when playing leads. Yeah, it sounds great to me. This sound took me about maybe 5 minutes to create it, and yeah, I will show you the effects chain. But unfortunately, as far as I know, there's no PC editor yet for this unit. So yeah, I will make a short video where I'm showing you the effects chain, and let me check the effects chain here just to tell you a little bit about it. Okay, well, the thing has a touch screen which is comfortable to use if you want to use it on your own, but I do prefer to use it especially when recording with a PC editor. So that is definitely still lacking, but I think the guys from newer DSP, they will, they're working on the PC editor, and I will follow. This sound you're hearing is the 6505 model, which comes stock with the unit. Also, the IR is stock. It's the angle with 4x12 with vintage 30s. And as you may know from the plugins, you can move the microphone position, and then, as far as I understand, is that when you choose another microphone position in front of the cabinet, then another IR is loaded. So in reality, this IR consists of well, many IRs which are capturing different microphone positions. That is also the case in the XFX. You have a shitload of well, IRs where they just move the microphone a little bit away from the cone, maybe, whatever. But unfortunately in the XFX you don't have this graphical editor like here on the even on the touch screen here, where you can just move the microphone, which is to me very natural, because I would do this with real amps too. That is a benefit, in my opinion, this concept. And also the IRs sound kick-ass. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan if the unit, like the XFX3, it comes with 2000 IRs, because you don't go through all these IRs to find the one you like. It's impossible, in my opinion. And because you have to adjust the amp in reality, then that fits in IR, and who does this? I mean, so this is a way better concept, in my opinion. You just take a couple of good IRs, or at least, well, here are also maybe thousands of IRs, but it doesn't appear to the user. So you have just maybe a list of, I don't know how many, but maybe 30 or 40 IRs, and then you can choose and move the microphone a little bit, and then yeah, the other IRs which are corresponding to the microphone position, they are loaded in the background. That's a good concept, in my opinion. Also, of course, the great benefit if you want to use it on your own is the touch screen, and it has knobs which you could turn around. I will show you the details in an upcoming video. So my first impression is the sound is really good, at least of the amp models. There's something I would like to address. People, of course, they ask if is it better than the XFX, the Kemper, or worse. What I personally think is that the amp models, especially this amp model, you can really hear the string separation. Even with these distorted chords. That is something which you don't have in that detail with the XFX3. Even with the XFX3, which is maybe, I don't know, €800 more, but I think the amp quality is, yeah, I don't know, at least at the same level like in the XFX3. Of course, I'm talking about the high gain amps because I'm not familiar with other maybe clean amps or crunch amps. But yeah, from my feeling, it's just that the overall separation of the strings in a chord and also the separation of notes when you're playing very fast might be a little bit better than in the XFX. Or at least with the sound I created in the XFX, it's maybe a little bit more muddy. Feels a little bit more muddy to me when I'm playing. And I'm really feeling this when I'm practicing. Because I'm practicing maybe runs at maybe 250 BPM, 16 or even 300 sometimes. And then it's definitely something you can hear the notes better than with the XFX. Of course, at that speed you cannot hear the notes that well, but anyway. So the point is, for me, the amps, the quality of the amps and IRs is kick-ass. Definitely. Doesn't come with that much amps like in the XFX. But honestly, who needs that much? I mean, at least not me. I want to have my bread and butter good amps, like high gain mostly, a little bit maybe Fenderish clean here and there, Vox and some nice crunch amps, maybe the Marshall Plexi-like crunch amps, but that's it for me. The downside is the effect quality is not on the same level like in the XFX. At least the effects I tried out, chorus, couldn't get very good results with it. I can show you the best result I got with the chorus. Let me engage it. So, is it there? Yes. I always tend to play Purple Rain when switching on the chorus, but there's also something. I'm using the Dimension C chorus for these Purple Rain 80-ish sounds and didn't find it here. Maybe it will come with a firmware update. I hope so. Yeah, but in the XFX, really, to me the effect section is outstanding. It's way better than on the Kemper and on any other modeling unit I know. And yeah, here it's definitely, also you don't have that much effects. For example, I didn't find this stereo widener effect where you delay one side about maybe 10 or 20 milliseconds, which I love. I think I can do it here, but with the XFX, well, you do it with a delay. On the editor it's really easy, and here you have to, well, do it with the touch screen, and it's a little bit more effort. But also in the XFX you have just the widener effect you could turn on and then it's there. And here you don't have it. So that is something which I recommend. It's really easy just to delay one side in the stereo panorama. I should definitely add it. But also maybe I didn't find it yet because yeah, as I said, I got it 2 days ago and just played around and made one preset here with this kick-ass sound. Maybe I will compare it with because maybe you know I made a tone match in the XFX3 of the Plini plugin, and here unfortunately they didn't enter the Plini plugin in the Quad Cortex, but I thought with this model, the what is it called, 6505 PV, yeah, you can get quite quite close. At least I'm really satisfied with the sound. Played with it for a couple of hours every day, and yeah, it feels really good. I can't say that it's worse than the XFX3. Yeah, as I said, the amp quality is better. There are some other downsides which I experienced. For example, the USB connection. When you try to record, you got this high frequency hiss, which I can't get rid of. And also it was a little bit difficult to route the outputs. Still, I didn't find out how to route the outputs just globally to output 3 and 4, because output 1 and 2 it's only XLR, and I didn't have XLR cables first, so I had to use output 3 and 4, and the patches there are all designed with output 1 and 2. Yeah, but anyway, that I have to say it's not. It seems to be not that user friendly like the XFX3. But this is maybe due to the fact that it doesn't come with the PC editor. Because if I would have to do it with the XFX3 on its own, with its knobs on the front panel, it might be also difficult. But the routing flexibility in the XFX, it's outstanding. So for recording, still I couldn't get good results direct recording with the newer DSP Quad Cortex. There was always this hiss as soon as I connected it via USB cable. So currently I'm recording with my Fireface UCX. Of course it's working, but it's a little bit of a shame, because if a unit comes with a USB audio interface, and that is something which you can expect, I think, for that price, then it should work. So if you have any advice what I could do against that, please contact me or post it in the comment section. And as I said, I will make a more detailed video. I'll try to film my here the effects patch and to show you, or at least to give you a little bit of an impression. And yeah, to me it seems to have great potential, especially with the amp sounds. It's in the same price range like the Helix and the Camper. I own the Camper, I know the Helix, and honestly, to me, this is the quality of the amp sounds is on another level than the Camper. So yeah, if you're looking after a new good modeling unit, this is definitely something you should consider if you don't want to pay the price for the XFX3. And also if you're not in need of all the effects that the XFX3 is coming with. But I'm curious what I would say maybe 1 year later, which of the units is maybe better for me, XFX3 or newer DSP Quad Cortex. So yeah, that's it from me. Please subscribe to my channel, post your comments below. See you soon, and bye.